In February 2025, I walked into this museum in Foshan and came across this crown. It's called Fengguan or Phoenix crown. The one I saw was the opera version, while the type worn by empresses is housed in the National Museum of China. There is also a chandelier-style version made for modern Chinese weddings and other special events. In traditional Chinese weddings, the phoenix crown is often paired with xiapei, or the cape of rosy clouds, a richly embroidered ceremonial robe. Together, they form what is considered by many to be the most beautiful wedding attire in all of Chinese culture. The phoenix, in Chinese tradition, is not just a pretty bird. It's a symbol of grace, virtue, and prosperity. And when paired with a dragon, it represents harmony between husband and wife. One of the most extravagant phoenix crowns ever recorded in Chinese history is the 9 dragons and 9 phoenixes crown of Empress Xiaoduan from the Ming Dynasty. Its colors are vibrant, and it is considered one of the most stunning ancient pieces that still exist today. The crown is 48.5 centimeters tall, with the main part measuring 27 centimeters height and 23.7 centimeters wide. It weighs 2.32 kilograms. It's heavy, but it also fits an old Chinese saying, 欲戴王冠必承其重, meaning to wear the crown, you must bear the weight. The base of the crown is made from lacquered bamboo, covered in fine silk. The crown is decorated with 115 natural uncut rubies and 4,415 pearls. On the front, there are 9 golden dragons, each holding a pearl drop in their mouth. Below them are 8 golden phoenixes decorated with kingfisher feathers, and there's one more phoenix at the back, making a total of 9 dragons and 9 phoenixes. The phoenixes and dragons have their heads facing down, each with a dangling pearls that sways when the wearer moves. This type of accessory is common in traditional Chinese hair pieces. It is said that the wearer couldn't walk too fast or the pearls would swing too much, and couldn't walk too slowly or they wouldn't move. In ancient times, this was meant to show a woman walking with grace and elegance. At the back of the crown, there is something that looks like bird wings. They are called bin, and their number and style depend on the rank of the woman wearing them. Just like the pearls, bin is designed to move gently as the wearer walks. They are usually worn together with a phoenix crown, but these days some sea dramas have made them smaller and turned them into independent hair accessories. Below the phoenix, the crown features 3 rows of intricate jewel decorations. At the center of each is either a red or blue gemstone, surrounded by delicate orchid-shaped leaves, again adorned with those bright kingfisher feathers. Each feather was carefully chosen, trimmed, and laid onto a sticky base so that it kept its natural shimmer. Another piece that still exists today is the 12 dragons and 9 phoenixes crown, which belong to Empress Xiaojin. The overall style is similar, but the number of dragons is different. Empress Xiaojin began her life in the palace as a maid, but caught the emperor's eye and became pregnant. Although her son became crown prince, she was later imprisoned for 10 years due to the fierce harem politics, and eventually lost her eyesight. The long isolation left her blind. Records say it was up to 30 years. Although her son was heir to the throne, the emperor grew indifferent to her and even tried to replace him as crown prince. In the end, political pressures from his mother and senior officials, who valued the Confucian principle and filial piety, forced him to keep her son in place. Empress Xiaojin passed away without ever regaining favor, and her son eventually became the emperor, but died after just 29 days. Later, when her grandson became the Tianqi emperor, he made this crown to honor her and recognize her suffering during isolation under the Wanli emperor's reign. Thus, the owner of this crown never had the chance to wear it. These crowns were made using a technique called 点翠. which involved plucking feathers from live kingfishers to preserve their vibrant colors. It took many birds to create just one phoenix crown. Some people say the night dragons and night phoenixes crown used feathers from over 10,000 kingfishers. By today's standards, this practice was undoubtedly cruel, though people at that time may have viewed nature differently. Interestingly, many of these kingfishers actually weren't native to China. They were imported from Cambodia, which was also known as the Khmer Empire at the time. In fact, exporting kingfisher feathers was one of Cambodia's main sources of income. The wealth from this trade was so lucrative that it actually helped finance the construction of Angkor Wat temple complex. This practice from the Ming dynasty likely originated from similar practices in earlier dynasties, such as the Tang dynasty. In fact, it is said that during the Tang dynasty, there was a skirt considered the most mysterious and extravagant in Chinese history. It was called Bai Niao Qun, or the 100-bird skirt. Today, no one really knows what it looked like, and all we have are written records. The skirt belonged to Princess Anne Le, who lived in a very spoiled and extravagant life. The skirt was said to be made from the feathers of 100 different bird species. Again, plucked while the birds were still alive to preserve their colors. Records say the colors of the skirt changed depending on the light and viewing angle, so whether you saw it from the front, back, or side, in sunlight or shade, it would look different. It was bright and stunning. To get those feathers, Emperor Zhongzong sent troops to Linnan in southern China to capture birds on a massive scale. The campaign was so intense that it reportedly wiped out many bird species in the region.